Okay, I think we're live. Oh my God! Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube
Surprise!
family. Yes, surprise! It is Mary and Alma coming to you guys live from
Yes.
Tanzania.
Yes.
Oh my God, we were out here creating videos for our binge Sunday
Yes.
or upload Sunday, and I was just like, we have to go live, Mom.
Yes.
We have to go live.
Yes.
Because we, as you guys know, we are currently reading the book Becoming Sister Wives.
Yes.
We're learning about them from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
If you're new here, welcome to our channel.
Yes.
We cover everything from reality TV to Sister Wives to fashion news and our cats lifestyle as well. But today we're talking about Sister Wives chapter 8, Robyn. And
Yes.
y'all, she has been a narcissist from the very beginning. Like literally from the very beginning, because I think we talked about it. We talked about how the wives really seemed like they were all kissing Robyn's rear end, right? And I was just like, okay, what's going on here?
Yes, and it wasn't enough for Kody.
And it was not enough for Robyn because Robyn goes and throws them under the bus.
Yes.
Completely under the bus.
Yes.
During this whole, well, she took it as like a time to just dump and talk about how horrible they were to her and how she had this self-righteous attitude.
Oh, she does. She does.
And but get into it, Alma.
Yes. So she started, of course, we're starting from the beginning when she and Kody got engaged. Kody was actually in talks with TLC.
Yeah.
Before he started with Robyn. Okay, before he was engaged to Robyn.
Right.
And they got engaged in September. She said that they did not have enough. They were broke, of course. We know she was broke because she came into the family with debt.
Yes.
We know that he was broke
because he was living off his wives.
Yes. And my thing is, you know what is annoying for me is that just as Kody knew he was gonna be, their family was gonna be coming into money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He decided to go have this wife. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when, you have been building with a man from you, both of you were in your 20s.
Yeah.
You all are now like in your early 50s or something.
Yeah.
And you both are now wealthy.
Right.
And he starts acting the plumb fool because a man, it's not their MO to dump you. But they're gonna make it so hard for you, that you have to ask for a divorce.
Yeah,
that's really what they want.
Absolutely,
TJ Holmes.
Yeah,
that's really what they want because now they need to go and find a younger woman,
right,
who is meeting a wealthy man,
right,
and have a different dynamic than his broke self.
Exactly.
While he was stepping on your neck to become wealthy.
Hello.
So that's who. But because Kody's in a plural marriage, not in monogamy,
right,
he can't do that. So he's doing the next best thing. I'll have my wives, but as soon as I make it, I'm getting me a younger model version.
Absolutely.
Okay, who is going to be dependent on me and me alone.
Exactly.
And I'm going to be a king in her eyes because the women that I built with, I'm never gonna be king in their eyes. These women were strong women. They knew how to go get that money and build this family.
They knew I came cap in hand.
Yeah, they knew he came cap in hand.
Exactly, because he had nothing to offer.
And they filled up his cap.
Yes,
and his bottle, cup. And everything they filled up for him. His cup was running over.
I know.
And instead of him saying to himself, they were there for me.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Denzel Washington. That's what he said with his wife.
Yeah.
She was with me when I was broke. I'm not leaving her when I don't made it now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of him just being like, I'm gonna be there. We're gonna enjoy this money together. Yeah. Finally, you and me.
Yeah.
He don't do that. Oh no. I got to go find me a woman.
Yeah, because they basically were now in a better financial position now that they were with TLC.
Yeah.
I mean, they paid for Robyn's wedding and everything. And instead of him just saying, well, we'll actually put that money towards the family because we have been struggling for years. They've held me down for years. He says, no, let me come and give all this money to this new woman who is not deserving.
Yes. And that's what and then I didn't even know that they got married, they got engaged in September. She wanted to be married by December.
Yeah.
They did not have no money not to even bring her into Utah from South Utah where she was living. They didn't even have enough money. They were so broke they didn't have enough money to bring her to Lehigh.
That should have been your first red flag, Robyn.
It's not a red flag for her because she already knows he's talking to TLC. She knows the money's coming because he's already told her.
Well, he also
you know what
probably
I'm saying?
told her what all the wives do financially for the family.
Exactly.
And she knew her kids would be taken care of.
Yeah. So anyhow, they were told by TLC, hey, don't worry about not having money.
Yeah.
We will pay for your wedding.
Yeah.
And the wives, she said the wives did not want to have the wedding in December because it's the holidays.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And
they'll all be all about her when they were supposed to be celebrating family.
Exactly.
Her selfish tale.
Yeah, but the TLC was like, we'll pay for the wedding. And guess what? TLC wanted to open up the first episode of Sister Wives. They wanted it to be Robyn's wedding. The gall. They're so messy.
I mean, but that's messy. What they do. That's reality TV.
They're messy. And so she was like, oh, no, I thought it would be wrong for them to do that because I didn't want to be the center of attention. Yeah, right. Yeah. And then she says, let me read this what she says. She says, I thought it will be a disservice to all the wives who built this family from the ground up. I'm like, I hope you really recognize that. Yeah. They did build this family from the ground up.
She knows it. She absolutely knows it. But will she ever give them their kudos or the respect they deserve? No. But she'll step on their neck.
So anyhow, she had to use her tax refund and a commission that Kody had with he finally got a big commission with an ad that he sold.
Yes.
It's so annoying. And so they used that money with her tax refund to move her to Lehigh where they were. Right. But what is so annoying is all the time he had not gotten a good commission. He finally gets a big one. And this is what he uses the money for.
For Robyn.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious.
It's just he's so selfish. And then on top of that, he just does not make good financial decisions.
No, he doesn't.
Like, I mean, Kody, Janelle has said it. His daddy has said it.
Very irresponsible.
He just was not a good husband, and not even a good man, if we're being honest.
And remember the whole thing about the wedding dress when she went pretending with the wives to buy some wedding dress.
But you had gone with Kody first.
But then she went with Kody, and they chose a wedding dress, and then he blurted it out because he's like, "This is my wedding too. I just have to say this."
You were never excited. You actually didn't give a damn about any of the weddings.
He didn't. He was so in love with her that he just wanted to just blurt it out and like. F you all. It doesn't matter how you're feeling. I'm gonna blurt this out. I'm gonna let you know.
And he has that stupid puppy dog look when
Christine was upset that wet she walked puppy away.
Look, he's like,
yeah, like, what did I do? What did I do? And I'm happy Christine walked away.
I'm glad she called him out on his bull. That's why I like Christine. You know.
And he was like, and she was like, I was frustrated that Kody blurted this out. I was really frustrated about that. Janelle and Mary thought I was pretending when I went with them to pick out the dress. Yes, you were pretending.
My thing is, Robyn really thought that Kody would be keeping the secret. Because they have been keeping secrets with each other this whole entire time throughout the courtship. So she's like, why would you say that? But you don't know this man. These women know that he has been gossiping and telling one wife what another wife said. Exactly. And instead of him actually being a man, he has decided to put on the dress himself as well, put on his lipstick and sip his tea and cross his legs and talk about each wife.
I know. And that's why
where they do that at?
With Kody. He don't even have to put on a dress. He's just a gossipy ninny. You know what I'm saying? And then he's also a liar too.
A liar. Well, that's why him and Robyn get along so well. Yeah.
So she said that Christine was hurt because Kody hadn't picked out a dress with her. I didn't even hear Christine ever saying that. So I just think it's a lie because Christine's mother is the one who made her that dress. She did say that. Yeah. So why will Kody have to go pick up a dress for her? Yeah. Now she said that she didn't like the dress. She said because it made her look fatter than what she was.
It actually did.
But, her mom sewed the dress. So why would she not wear it? So she wore it because her mom sewed the dress for her. So she was not upset about that. That's a lie. That's a lie that Kody would have told her. Christine is mad because I didn't go with her to pick out our wedding dress. That's a lie that Kody has said to her.
You weren't even there. Like, you were working so much, quote unquote, that you could barely even get one day off to go to your wedding. So you weren't even there for any of the planning. You actually just weren't there. She had to plan the whole thing with her family. Exactly. So please just stop. Anyway, the lies have already been told.
Yeah. And then after all of this, after they got married, they have now a 10-day honeymoon. And she said that the reason why they needed to have 10 days is because, coming from another relationship, how things that had happened in her other relationship, which I'm thinking, because she said she had to do things that she didn't want to do. So I don't know if it's like sexual things,
Yeah.
or maybe she did have some sexual abuse during her marriage to this guy.
Yeah.
So Kody really wanted for them to have this moment for her to feel safe and have, really enjoy themselves or whatever. And they couldn't do it if they just got back and had to take care of kids. But
my
you went for
you're the
10
last
days.
wife. You're the last person to be having a long honeymoon. You should have the shortest honeymoon.
And she should have gone for 5 days. And then the other 5 days, when you're home, if you and Kody need time alone, you can always let your the children know to go to the other home, because you were living in a separate home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just the privilege.
Yeah.
And the entitlements that Robyn had coming in.
It's too much. And then you're leaving
Kody
your
just
3
gave
kids.
her too much power.
And then after all of this, you're leaving your 3 kids with these women.
You don't even
as though they don't have enough. Like Christine is there taking care of all these kids.
I know.
You've just handed another 3 kids to her.
I know.
Which is wrong, because Janelle wasn't there. Janelle is working. Mary's working.
Yeah.
So now I'm stuck with like 15 kids. And I just had a baby, truly.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean,
a 10-day honeymoon when he has a wife who just gave birth. That was ridiculous.
That's why when Kody had the nerve when we were watching Gwen yesterday to talk about you work for the family, you have been for the man. Fool, go sit your ass somewhere.
Wish it was about you.
That woman has been for the family, and I think it was her. It's so wicked.
Yeah,
you leave your 3 baby kids with Christine.
Absolutely.
And she got to deal with all of that because the other 2 wives are gone.
Yeah, they're not present.
And you went for 10 days. Like, just the gall.
I know.
And Kody signs off on that because he's mad at Christine, because Christine at this point was holding his damn foot to the damn fire.
And he did not like that.
You know what I really wish? I wish that Christine had left at that time. You know what I would have loved? If while they were on their honeymoon, she picked up her 6 kids, her 5 kids and the baby, and left and said it's over.
Oh yeah, that would
have and let Mary and Janelle figure out what the babysitter gonna be, and leave then.
Yeah,
because they were adding, and this was after Christine had said, she had told everyone, you guys have to like step in for me at certain times. Yeah, because I've beaten up too much that I can chew. Yeah, and she was pregnant with Truly.
Yeah, shoot. And also, you know what I think is really crazy? The thing is, Christine said that her and Kody actually were talking about having this last baby. Mm-hmm. Like, this was going to be their final child. They had just gotten back into a good place in their marriage. Yes. Instead of you basking in this moment with me, you decide to go and get a new wife. Yes. Go take a 10-day honeymoon. Yes. Quickly get her pregnant. And then when she has a child, you hold that child more than you have even held Truly in 1 week.
Crazy.
Like,
and then of course you see the difference, how he was with Truly and how he was with Solomon, carrying Solomon since Solomon was 4 years old.
Like, you would have thought that child was handicapped, like the child had no legs,
like he can't walk.
Like,
he was
real.
4. He was
like
around.
Precious cargo.
Yeah,
it was so sad.
Very sad.
That's why Hunter really stepped in as a surrogate dad, really, for Truly.
And that's why he was always holding Truly.
Yeah. And Robyn, she just wanted some of that.
Oh, she wanted that. I mean, when she gave birth to Solomon, even on her
it's not
birth
enough
bed,
that your husband's holding the baby, but you also need Hunter to hold your child.
Even on the birth bed, it was like, hey, give a baby to Hunter, hold the baby. Hunter, Solomon is here. Please, hold the baby like you hold Truly. Foolishness.
But I think Hunter peaked game because he really didn't hold her for that long.
Yeah,
he still says hi, but he doesn't.
She wanted a picture. Yeah. Remember, she was like, take a picture, Hunter.
Because she knew that's all she was going to get. She knew that Hunter was going to be carrying that child and all that stuff.
Just crazy. Then she says how she had wanted this great relationship with wives. She gives a definition. She was saying, well, before I even give that definition, she said that how a man must have absolute permission from his wife before taking another.
He didn't have permission from Mary.
And the sister wives could have stopped it. So she doesn't know why they were so upset. And I'm like, no, Robyn.
You are actually a liar because Mary didn't even have permission.
No. Kody never asked for permission before he takes a wife. He does not even ask God for permission. Okay? He doesn't. He does not. God is not even present in his decision.
He never got on his hands and knees and said, God, please tell me, is Christine the one for me? Should I be going for this woman? He never did that.
Yeah, and then she has a note to say how the sister wives were cold and standoffish. They never made room for her. Her mere presence threatened them, she says.
You didn't eat. She was literally being so narcissistic. I was threatened by. How do you know that?
Thank you.
Kody.
It has to be Kody, because who else? Like, how do you know that? None of them are telling you this.
And my thing is, why would you go and tell? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when he called Christine to talk badly about Janelle, who was pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, you're just going and you're gossiping, you're spilling all your belly ward to this woman. I know that she's using it as data, basically, to collect on your family.
Exactly.
And you're just telling her all this stuff, which I just thought was ridiculous.
Really wrong. Really, really wrong. He has never been a leader. He's never, like
so she comes in with this entitlement.
Yes.
Like, I'm better than all of you. I know you're threatened by me.
Yeah. And then
with her chest all high.
But you know what I wasn't hearing with all the stuff she was saying? I never heard the part where she says they handed him to me. Remember the lie she told Suki?
Liar.
I don't hear that in this book.
Pants on fire.
Because this is the part. If you were saying that they're feeling threatened by you, then they certainly have not handed him over to you.
No.
If you say that they're standoffish and they don't like you because you married their man, they certainly ain't handing him over to you and say, yes, take him. Lies that she told Suki, because Suki has not read the book. Suki has not even watched the show. She just came to collect her check.
She has not even watched the last episode.
She gets the little notes from the other people, the producers.
The cards. Read this, Suki. All right, thank you very much. All right, so what are we going to talk about first?
So she was like, all her naive expectations went out the window. Mary blamed her for her failing relationship. And I'm like, how do you know that Mary is blaming you for her failing relationship with Kody? Kody is so
such a gossip.
He has been so out of pocket. She said how they shut me out. If they shut you out, how do they hand him over to you? If they're shutting you out, you see the lies. You see the lies. And then she says, when you're struggling with jealousy in our world, you begin to think that a sister wife is a monster. She said that I discovered that some of the sister wives were hurt, not of something that I did, but that Kody loved me more.
I think the only person that will be upset about that will probably be Christine and Mary.
How do you know? How did you discover that the sister wives were upset with you because Kody loved you more? Kody has told her he loves her more.
Yeah.
And he's also told her that they are upset because of that. So that means, Kody, you were just living foul. You were letting her know they're jealous because, I love you more. And the only reason why Kody will tell you he loves her more, because he could tell that she wasn't that into him physically.
Yeah. No.
And he was trying to find out a way to bring her close to him.
Yeah.
So he, like some traitor, out here committing treason against his family.
Hello.
All because he wants some woman to be into him.
Yeah.
The way he into her.
I know.
And she wasn't feeling him like that.
Not at all. Not by a long shot.
No. And because she's just not into you. She's a younger woman. She's in her 30s. What's she doing with you if it's anything but money and security? Please. Stop fooling yourself.
I feel that's an old man's fantasy. They always want these young women, and they want to believe so badly that they just love them for them. That's not true. You should stay with the first wife you had and done right by her. Because there ain't no young woman checking for some old man. Like me at 24, I'm not checking for nobody who is above 35. I'm really not.
Okay. And really, after 35, that's
way too much.
The men's stuff start going down. Actually, not even allegedly. That I know for sure.
I would never date. I just could not see myself marrying somebody who was like 10 years plus than me. I feel like 9 or 10 is really the cutoff for me. I feel like we're in 2 different stages in life.
And he's a whole 10 years older than Robyn.
I know.
So it's like, and then she says, she makes this thing. I want to read her definition of a good sister wife.
Oh my God.
And you guys tell me if Robyn has been a good sister wife.
Yes, this is from Robyn.
To be a good sister wife, I must be a good friend. I must promote their marriages.
2.
Support them.
Okay.
Love them.
Okay.
And help them through their struggles.
So love them, support them, be a good friend, promote their marriages.
Yes.
Love them through the struggles.
Yes.
And what was the last one?
Help them through the struggles. Yes.
You've done nothing.
Yes. Like
you've done the opposite.
You have fallen from that, or did that have a timeline? Like 5 years? 5-year limit after she implemented the 5-year plan, and she said it's over.
I know what the timeline was.
What?
It was 5 seconds. Oh. You know why it was 5 seconds? Let me tell you why it was 5 seconds.
Why?
Because in the same breath, as she's talking about how to be a good sister wife,
right.
She's also putting them down, exposing them, and telling them that they hated her and how horrible they were.
Yes.
Now, if you're supposed to love them through the struggle,
yes.
would you throw them under the bus?
No.
Would y'all do that? Like, that don't make no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm supposed to love and support you, but I'm gonna throw you under the bus in a book that millions of people will be reading.
Right.
And it was fake. It was a hypocritical statement.
Was.
And it carried no weight.
How do you promote their marriages? If your man is telling you, I love you more, you should have told him, you shouldn't love me more. Because you got 3 other wives and you have children by them. I didn't come here just about you. You need to spread your love around.
Equally. Yes.
Because when you do that, then you're not going to have a sad household. That's how you promote their marriages. But you did not do that.
You complained about that.
In Vegas, he would see you 45 times a week. How and that's why
45 times a week. Each week.
Yes. That's where it was in Vegas. Christine was really struggling.
Yeah.
How do you support her? How do you promote their marriage? How do you help them? How do you love on her?
You told your kids that you made your kids feel like they can't be without Kody for more than 2 days. What bota is that?
Hot mess.
He has 3 wives. You tell your kids he has 3 wives. He cannot be with you 5 days a week. That is craziness.
Yeah. And she talked about I will always be the new kid on the block.
Hey, Christine from Michigan.
Yeah. Oh, hi. And then she says, the sister wives tried to mother me. Whilst I'm grateful for their advice, I don't need it.
You see how she's such a hypocrite? First you say they were standoffish.
And now cold.
Now they're trying to mother you. Which one is it?
Choose. Because we know you're a liar. Just choose one of the lies. Oh my God, she is getting on my last nerve.
I just could not believe it when you were telling me about this chapter.
She was like, the Brown family, now going into another route, she said the Brown family have a saying when she got there, if you're not bleeding, then don't tattle. And I said, it sounds like no snitching. And I wonder if that's how that abuse got, handled, because you guys had told them they should not tattle.
Yeah, because first it was Mary who was accused of abuse by Peyton. Now Gwendolyn is saying that Kody abused her. And she said that
terrifying her by throwing her up and down.
Throwing her up in the air to scare her. When she
gets scared and afraid, you still do that.
And then she said he was spank her
enough to have bruises.
To have bruises. Yeah. So yeah, I think that is quite odd. I think it's very, very odd. Don't tattle if you're not bleeding.
Yeah.
Well, what is that?
That was interesting. That's what they say. So
it sounds like keep sweet to me.
Keep sweet and no snitching.
For those who don't know, keep sweet basically is the doctrine in the FODS where it basically talks about how any other emotion is basically from the devil. The only emotion that's from God is happiness.
Yes, and joy.
So that means that you must be happy at all times.
At all times.
Even if you're being raped and sodomized by some pedophile.
I never even thought about that. Because
that was from that guy from
that was going there. Yeah, that was going on with Warren Jeffs.
Yes.
And we did
and the daddy was talking about that keep sweet doctrine. So crazy.
And even remember, wasn't it when she said, I just rather not say anything when he was being rude? Yeah. And he's like, yes, that's the best thing you've said all day or something.
No, but what happened?
Like, bingo.
No, because I think what it was, because she was talking about how, we're going to have to move anyway, so there's nothing I can say. Yes. And he said, yes, that's the best. That's the smartest thing you've ever said in your life. Yeah. That she should basically just shut up and keep silent. That was Gwen.
I remember that.
Kody has always been a little of an a-hole.
Yeah,
You took the words right out my mouth. Right out my mouth.
Now she says that, and I have heard this from Mary, Janelle, and Christine, that she made hard conversations easier. So I thought that was good. She said that the sister wives thought that she was babying her children, but she says this: I raised my kids to be emotionally sensitive to one another and to be comfortable in expressing their problems and concerns. Are you still raising them to be emotionally sensitive? Because when they went to Savannah's RV, and they were laughing and like cackling about, oh, this looks like a place for dogs, knowing goodness well that was her room. I don't know about that. You raise them to be asswipes, like you and Kody are doing that. And titles, assholes.
Hello.
I mean,
can I get 2 snaps?
And really, I don't want to call you assholes because I will just call you an asshole because you're the one who's raising them, you and Kody.
Hello.
So they are certainly not sensitive. That's for damn sure.
What we'll say is the apple don't fall far from the goddamn tree.
Yep. And she said the older kids started to confide in her. So I guess that was when she realized it was the abuse and then probably brought it to Kody's attention. So that was a good thing.
So did she talk about the abuse in the book?
That was one good thing that she did. No, she does. She doesn't talk about that. Now, Christine talked about Mary was abusive to her children.
She said the word abusive?
Yeah, she said that she was disciplining them very harshly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they got into a devastating fight, she said.
Yeah.
And she says she's still hurt from that. Now, she says that she confirmed that she and Mary did have the therapy together.
Right.
Because Mary talks about that, which was really funny. And then in fact, to a point that Mary herself and Kody started having therapy. I don't know what was happening with other wives. Like, you guys just divided the family, and Kody
Kody did that from the very beginning. He didn't care about none of them.
Now, she said this, which was really interesting. She said the potential for everlasting friendship with sister wife is the best thing our faith has to offer. So the best thing that their faith has to offer is the potential for everlasting friendship with a sister wife. And I'm thinking, not everlasting peace on earth here, but everlasting friendship. It's as if they are really pushing this narrative, like
you have to suffer through hell on earth, and then you get to heaven in the hereafter.
Yes, they are really pushing this narrative for these sister wives to be good friends as the husband continues without your permission, without the permission of God, to go and get more and more wives.
Absolutely.
And all he has to do for his success is to just keep on marrying them, whether he can afford them or not.
Yeah.
And she says our sister wife relationship is like a muscle that when pushed, stretched, tested, and torn becomes stronger.
Sounds like torture to me.
That's what it
sounds like torture.
Yes.
It's a muscle.
What the hell was that? I mean, it's just ridiculous. And then she says, it's part of my earthly triumph to work out our relationship with the sister wives. And I'm just like, your earthly triumph. Like, they keep on pushing, like, for you to have success on earth, you have to have a great relationship with your sister wife. For you to even get to heaven, you have to have a great relationship with your sister wives and your husband. And you have to still be attached to your husband in order to go to heaven. So it's kind of like...
I think the reason why they... No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like, it's just frustrating. It's like they push this narrative on the women. It's almost like by force. Like, for you to have success here on earth, success here in heaven.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm wondering to myself, where in the hell does Mary fit into all this? Because she was kicked to the curb. She didn't want to be. Did she still get the celestial stuff? Is she even successful here on earth?
Well, apparently.
It's so unfair.
I mean, it sounds like she might be going to hell because they say if you can't keep the man, then it's basically like, you don't get to heaven. So what's after heaven? Are you down there somewhere?
It's just ridiculous.
I have lifelong friends without having a sister wife. Exactly. You can have lifelong friends without having somebody sleeping with your man.
I know.
And I personally feel like the reason why they push this narrative of like the sister wives have to be good to each other because they know that for any woman with a brain, having another woman sleep with your husband is literally impossible and hard for you to actually accept and do.
Yeah.
So they push this thing about you must do this, you must do this, they must do this, because they know women, of any woman in society today, will not be taking that at all. Like it doesn't make sense. And my thing is, I don't feel like, I mean, unless it's pushed by religion, or you have really been in like a really broken place where you think, hey, all men are going to cheat anyway, so let me just let him have his women. I don't really think a woman goes into polygamy like, yes. I mean, if it's a woman like Janelle, that I can totally understand.
You know, she's been raised in it.
Yeah, that's that religion thing.
Exactly.
But if you're a woman like Janelle, where it's like you really aren't trying to be married or whatever, but you want like, you know, that family, that inclusion, and you want to feel like a woman, but you don't want to be drenched in it and be loved on, then I can see why you'll go into it. But do I think most women are going to go into polygamy or let a man have multiple wives willingly? No. I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
Most women want their man to themselves. I mean, if I'm wrong, then somebody can say
it to himself.
Exactly.
You know, it's like a two-way thing.
It's just like, you know, for me personally, I think men just don't want women to leave them at all.
Yeah.
At all. Like they're very much like children in that way.
Like once you have been with them, they don't want you going anywhere else. Really.
Yeah. Even if you've been a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, like even if he sees you from down the street like 10, 20 years later, he's always going to be like, yeah, that was my woman.
I let that
maybe
one get away.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just men are very interesting creatures. That's all.
So then she says, she ends it with, I'm idealistic. I want the amazing love I have with Kody and wonderful friendship with sister wives like best friends. I plan to never leave the honeymoon phase of my marriage. I think she's just letting the sister wives know, I'm not going to ever leave the honeymoon phase. He's always going to love me. But Kody has done such a disservice to these women. He has been so awful to these women.
Yeah.
And the more I read the book, the more you see just how deep this rabbit hole goes.
You know, and my thing is, I just felt like personally, the fact that, what was the last thing that Robyn said?
How about she's idealistic?
I feel like she said all this stuff, like she's saying herself. What she thinks she is, but she really is a snake with a low moral compass.
Yes.
Really, if we're being honest.
Because
you said all this stuff.
By my presence alone.
But I must love them and support them and be a good friend.
Yes.
How are you a good friend when you're here throwing people under the bus and then rolling over them and backing up and reversing and backing up and reversing and backing up and reversing? Like
going forward, backing up and reversing and going forward, or backing up and going forward.
Like my thing is, how are you being a good person? Doing that.
She's not.
It like it don't make zero sense.
It doesn't
at all. So I just feel like, you know, Robyn, she.
I mean, in her chapter, she sounded really like a narcissist. She really did.
You know, and she was such a hypocrite.
Yeah.
But you know, they say you are what you attract.
Self-awareness.
Just like Kody. That's what's crazy. Just like Kody.
You know, when Christine was talking, she always had like that balance. And even Mary had self-awareness too. Like when she was talking. Well, no, Mary was delusional.
Oh, yeah, no. I was like, hold on, wait, are you talking about Janelle or you?
I just remember when she said Robbie was she and Kody's wonderful secret that they had, and he brought them closer.
Was that before or after he dumped you? Because my thing is, after he got with Robyn, swiftly after he got with Robyn, he kicked you to the curb, and then you said you actually started blaming them.
Yeah,
blaming Robyn for the breakup of your marriage, which was already at a boiling point. It was basically over before she even came.
Exactly.
So how are you blaming her? But then again, also, how is she bringing you guys together when you're blaming her, and the marriage has now gone to crap?
Yeah,
because of her.
Yeah,
like
it's a lot of like contradictory stuff.
Mary is
with Mary. Mary was she was just delusional. Robyn lacks self-awareness.
Robyn's a snake and Mary is ostrich.
Yeah.
I've got to find a picture of an ostrich with his head in the sand and then with his butt up, and just put a picture of Mary and like Photoshop Mary's head on the ostrich, because that's what she is, straight up. Ostrich Mary. Like,
but what do you all think about this Robyn's This is the sorority chapter.
Finally, it's
where
over.
They talk about their sister wives. The next chapter, they're going to talk about the family. I wonder if it's going to talk about any of the abuse stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm very interested to see what Mary got to say about the family.
The fact that they have this whole thing about don't tattle unless you're bleeding.
Don't tattle, right?
That's very odd. Like that's saying like in the Brown family.
Yeah,
it's basically like snitches get stitches.
Yeah, you know something, that is something that you should never say to a child, and the reason why is because you set them up for to be molested.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're telling them not to snitch, you're going to set them up for that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because miss me with that.
Yeah.
I want my child to snitch. I want them to say everything.
Yeah.
From the very beginning. And you also have to let your child know there are certain parts no one should ever touch you, go, see.
Yeah.
And if they do, you need to scream, tell mommy right away.
Right.
Like you don't do no tattle if you're not bleeding. That don't make no damn sense.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Certainly
at all.
Not to children. I don't know.
I think it's very odd. And also,
but you know something? I bet that comes from Kody.
Absolutely. But you know what I'm also thinking? I'm just wondering, right? Mm-hmm. Like, because Mary apparently started abusing the kids, but Christine did not even address it until later on. So I'm just wondering, did it get worse when Robyn came in the picture? Or was it before? Was she doing this all along and Christine just decided to talk about it now?
Yeah, well, Christine said that they had a devastating argument. And it was because Mary was mean, particularly to her children.
Yeah.
When she was disciplining them.
Yeah.
That's what Christine said.
Okay.
I'm trying to just see the part where she talks about it. And she said it was devastating. So that means it was something. And she said she's still hurt by it.
Yeah.
Look at it. A year before becoming pregnant with Truly, Mary and I had a devastating argument. I felt like when disciplining, she was too hard on my kids and took out her frustrations on my children.
I think that
as a result, the children were very wary and afraid of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she says that it was the disciplining. She felt the discipline was too hard on the kids. And in this, because even Gwen talked about that.
Yeah.
She said the disciplining is the spanking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But with her, she quantifies that as physical abuse.
Yeah.
Because like Christine said, Mary was doing it, taking out her frustrations.
Yeah, so that is abuse.
So that's not discipline you're doing. That's abuse. You are taking out your frustrations you having with Kody.
Mm-hmm.
Or taking out your frustrations that you can't stand Christine.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna beat you guys.
Yeah.
No. And so she had this argument with her.
Yeah.
And that was when she was pregnant with Truly. So that's still around the same time that Kody was courting Robyn.
And that's when Mary's relationship was at a boiling point with him. So I can see.
Exactly. So her relationship was very low.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Christine is pregnant with Truly. So once again, she's still not able to have a baby.
Yeah.
And then you have the nerve. This woman is the homemaker in this family. Yeah. And you have the nerve to take out stuff on her children.
Crazy.
And take out your frustrations on them. That was a no.
But Christy Allen, hey girl, she said that Kody wants to be the head of the household, but be treated like a house guest. Like when family comes to visit and you cook all their favorite foods and go to all the fun places together. Yeah, like he wants to be treated as if he has no responsibilities. He doesn't want to be held to the fire for anything. Yeah. But he wants everybody to treat him like a king, but don't want to hold him accountable for all the crap that he's doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not how it works.
No.
But I feel like the religion kind of sets it up for men to be like these kings, treated and doted on by these women who do everything for them. And the thing is, you have to focus on your sister-wife relationship because that's what's going to help you get into heaven. And I feel like that's just a gaslighting technique to make the women focus on themselves instead of focusing on everything the man is not doing.
Yes.
That's part.
Yes, absolutely.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. And so Kody started courting while she was pregnant with Truly.
Yeah.
And then the filming of Sister Wives also began. You have to remember that when this woman went with Kody for the honeymoon, Christine had given birth.
I know.
And
this hadn't even healed
for the
yet.
first time, she went through postpartum depression. She'd never had it before.
Oh.
She went through it, and you, as a woman, a sister wife, that you made your little soliloquy about how these are the things that how a sister wife's supposed to be. You had the nerve to leave your children with this new mother.
Yeah.
So that your tail can go on a 10-day honeymoon. So you added to her plate with her postpartum depression and all. And even with all of that and the crippling jealousy that Christine says she had, she was blaming herself, calling her jealousy petty. No, honey. I mean, they treated you disgusting. Just like how he's sitting down talking about, oh, she has never treated you right in this past Gwen's episode 10. You guys have never treated Christine right at all.
You guys have treated her like dirt, like a trash can.
And have used her. And you know something, I can say the same thing for Janelle too.
Yeah.
And that's why Janelle was feeling like, I'm so stupid. Like, I'm this independent woman who now I ain't got no assets. How does this happen in my world?
I know, because you would think that she would have it together the most, not the house.
You know,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's what they've done.
Yeah,
they've used Janelle so that they could have the big house on the hill. They took Mary's money, had the big house on the hill, and Robyn's money.
Yeah.
To get a house that like an almost $1 million house,
or $2 million house, because I think they all got like what 500,000.
Yeah.
So that's what Janelle. That's Mary. That's Robyn. So that's 100,000 right there, and then half of what Janelle has. So that's like 1.2 million. That's like 1.2 million.
Exactly.
For some big old house. Kody is a mess, and he knew that he wanted her to be set up. He wanted them to have a home because he knew he had no plans or business like building on that land at all. That's why he was forcing it down her throat, because he's like, look, I'm not building crap on that land. If anything, I'm trying to get out of these marriages, but we gonna be set up, honey. Even though I have to torture you right now.
And they're holding on to that money. They're holding on to that money.
They should sue them.
They should,
because it's really thievery. Talking about some damn family fund.
It is. It really is.
How do you and Robyn have a house, but Janelle has nothing, is out there in the trailer like some homeless person?
I know. And that's what I'm saying. That whole thing that she wrote about what a sister wife is, you've never been that.
Not even from the beginning.
You've never been that. You have been just as wicked as Kody. And there's just a special place for you all. Like, because This is BS. I will be so pissed.
Did Kody marry Christine while Janelle was pregnant?
I do believe he did.
Yeah. He
was courting.
He was courting. This is actually Kody's MO.
Wait. Yes,
Janelle was married. She was pregnant with the first.
Yes.
When he started courting, and then he married Christine.
Yes, because I remember Christine saying that when Logan came, Kody really doted on him, and I remember her saying that her taking care of Logan was like the happiest point in her life. Yeah,
the thing is, Kody actually, there has never been a time in his life where he has not actually married or courted a wife while a wife was pregnant. Christine had not experienced that for 16 years.
Yeah.
Until Robyn came into the picture. She was here thinking she was going to be the last wife.
And this is going to be the last child.
Because
they talked about it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what Kody was thinking too, because he was still broke.
Yeah.
He had not gotten with TLC yet.
Yeah.
But then he found out about TLC, how much money he was going to be making, and he's like, peace, y'all.
I'm going to continue to be living foul. I'm going to continue to lead myself with my weenie. And that's what happened. Yeah, but he stayed living foul. His eyes led him into this religion, and so did his weenie.
Yeah, he's pencil, as he calls it.
I know. I thought it was so foul when he told something about you wanted to get your pencil wet. I was like, what? What statement?
He wanted to get his pencil wet. That's why he did all the stuff that he did. It certainly had nothing to do with no religion.
Yeah.
Like he said, it's all ego, baby.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Yes, you guys.
Sorority chapter. The next one that we go on to will be about family. I'm really looking forward to that, to see what Mary got to say about the family, them kids.
Yes.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes, you all. But thank you all so much. You came in.
Yes,
you guys.
Up there
for the video. Thank you guys so much. I know this is like 6 a.m. in the morning over there in America. It's currently, 2:37 p.m. here in Tanzania.
Yes.
But we really just want to come out here and do a live. I know I didn't let nobody know, but we hope you guys can watch it early in the morning. This will be a wonderful start to your Sunday, you all.
Yes.
But thank you all so much for joining us, for liking, for commenting. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
We love you all, and we hope you guys have a wonderful week.
Yes.
Bye. Oh, and come back to our channel later because we will be posting some videos for you all today.
Yes.
Bye. Thanks for watching. That was a good. I think that was a